Hello, everyone. Welcome to CPSC 23,000.net programming course. Um, my name is Sung Kim, and I will be your instructor. And I am sharing with you Blackboard for the week number one. I want to just walk through the layout as well as point out a few important items for you so that you know what you need to do for this week. Um, Here on the left hand side, if you click on the syllabus tab, it will take you to a syllabus here. And if you click on them, a syllabus is going to be shown for you, and you can also download it. Down here is a list of the weekly assignments, and I'd like you to know how these are laid out. So they are week one, two, and so on and so forth. But the second column here designates the Monday of that week, and these are the dates written for you when they are due. So the items that are assigned in week number one, which is starting on the week of May 10th, will be due on Saturday, May 22nd. There are two exceptions to this. One of them is the introduction to in discussion board for you to introduce to other people. That one is due a little bit earlier at the end of this week. And here, this is not a mistake, which I'll point out a little later. But usually I'll give 2 weeks for assignments to be due. But since there is no 2 weeks for week number 8, it is due on the last day, which is July 3rd, Saturday. The outline of, well, as you can see also, all of the weeks are opened up for you. So feel free to work as you see fit. And the general outline is the list of objectives for each week. And there'll be lots of instructional material for you. And then there is a section on assignments. And so you just need to look at these items here and then look at a list of assignments that you need to do. For week number one, there is a lot of items to do, mainly because this is week number one. This portion is not visible for you because I kind of took that one out. But anyway, so I'm going to download this lesson plan and kind of walk through a little bit with you. Okay. So let me minimize this here and let me bring over the the lesson plan for this week. You can read through most of these, so I'm not going to read all of them for you. I try to be comprehensive here, so I'm just going to highlight a few things. As an introduction for this course, and this is an online class, here are the starting and the ending dates. You do need a textbook. You can get the detailed information in the syllabus. And then you also need to purchase the My Programming Lab, and so you can go there. There's also a instruction on how to do that. So let me point that out for you in a sec. Or actually, let me kind of go through this and pick that up a little bit later. There are some resources here. This is a very much hands-on class. The due dates, as I said, typically 2 weeks, and there are two exceptions to this, which is the last week of the class or the course, and then the introduction to the other people. Read through this here. If you have any questions, you can email me. And here's a list of assignments. And usually I'll give a very detailed instruction on how to do your assignments. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, there's a discussion question that I'd like you to post from each chapter. So read those questions and try to contribute to the discussion. Installing the Visual Studio on your computer will be kind of heavy lifting for this week. So I'll talk more about this, but essentially you're downloading the Visual Studio from the internet and installing it on your computer. If you have a PC, then it should work out fine. If you have a Mac, then you basically need a Windows environment, which I will tell you about a little later. Here's a screenshot of how it should look like when you open it up. It doesn't matter which edition you use. You can use the latest one of 2019, 2017, or even 2015 is fine. If you're using a Mac, like I said, there is a way to use straight on your computer, but it's going to take a little bit of an effort. You do need to create a Hello World program. This should be very straightforward. There's a detailed instruction in the book as well as in my lesson plan and instruction on how to do this. My programming lab here, so these are the stuff that you need. You do need a course ID here, and you also need a access code when you visit that website and then purchase. This is how it should look like when you get in there. Here's the information about the course. Here's my name. Here's a course title, and it says Summer 2021, Lewis University. And then you just need to navigate to a particular section that is assigned to you. And when you are done, you can take a screenshot, something like this, and then submit on, paste it on the Microsoft Word and submit it on Blackboard. Okay. So here's a little bit of the lecture material for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, which I may talk about it in a separate video. Okay. So that's a quick overview of the lesson plan. So let me pause and come back to the Blackboard. So here's the week number 1 Blackboard instructional material. Here's a lesson plan. If there's any updates, are updated accordingly, and then send you an email notifying you. Here's a Visual Studio link. Here's a sample link that you can take a look. Here's an instruction on how to install the Visual Studio. If you have a Windows, it should work. Take a look at this here, Visual Studio on Mac OS. Let me pause and bring that document. So if you have a Mac OS and you want to run, the easiest solution is for you to create a Windows environment. You can do that in 2 ways. Use a parallel, or you can use a virtual machine of your choice. I installed a VirtualBox on my host computer, downloaded a free edition of Windows 10. You can get it from here, and then you just install it, and you have a virtual machine of the Windows, and you can do whatever you wanted on there, right? For parallel, you can just check it out. There's a 15-day trial edition. You may be able to get it for free or really at discounted rate through school, but you're going to have to find that out. There is a way that you can actually run Visual Studio on the Mac OS, but it's really tricky, and I don't know if it's really worth it. Even if you do get it to work, some features may not work. So my suggestion is to have a window machine or create a new Windows environment using one of those 2 options. There may be other options, but this is probably one that I tested out and I can vouch for. So we're back on the Blackboard here. So here's the notes. Here's a link to the Virtual Studio of 2015. You can use, like I said, any edition is fine. Here's the Hello Oral program. So let me take a quick look at that. So when you start your Visual Basic Visual Studio, make sure that you click Visual Basic here and then choose the Windows Forms application. Make sure that you give it a good meaningful name, and then make a note of the folder locations, because if you need to look back and retrieve anything, that would be important for you. And then here's a screenshot of how it is done, and there some detailed instruction on how to do this. And also there is a instruction in your textbook as well. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So I forgot to mention that the way you want to submit your work in Blackboard is described over here. So let me do a quick demo, and we'll talk about the My Programming Lab. So when I go to this website and I log in, and my login is a little bit different than yours. You may need to create a login and stuff like that. But this is how my landing page look like. But in terms of you getting started, I attached the week 1 My Programming Lab instruction from Pearson. So when you download that, this is what you get. So take a look at them. It may be a little bit not as clear as I'd like it to be, but I added this later, maybe. Anyway, take a look at them and see if that is useful for you. So let's take a look at how to register and access the My Programming Lab. Here's the instruction that I provided. So if you download that, this is what you see. if you don't have an account, then you need to create one as a student, and the access code that you received when you purchased the textbook package or bundle, or if you got it separately, whatever, then you're going to need the course ID as well as this one, right? This is the actual access code. When you are asked for access code or some sort of code, it may be a little bit confusing. But anyway, so try both ways. Try to put in your actual access code that you purchased, as well as the course ID. There was a time when it just what it was asking for just didn't seem very clear. So anyway, between the two combination, the course ID is this one right here, but the access code that you bought has a format something like this, which is kind of long. So if one doesn't work out, try the other one. I know that's not a very good direction, but it's a little bit confusing to me, and that's pretty much all I had from the Pearson. So, and then if you are unable to access it either way, then I try to reach out to them every term, but they basically tell me that I don't have permission to talk about your access, so you're going to have to reach out to them directly. But my suggestion is just try both your access code that you got and your course ID, and one of those two things should work out. Hope that kind of helps out. So here are two PowerPoints for Chapter 1 and 2 that you can look through. I'm not going to go over them because that just, that it's there for your resource. I also didn't get a chance to show you and verify the textbook they were using. I'm using this one here, Visual Basic 7th edition. So you can get whichever method that you wanna get. And so this is by Tony Gradis, and so I just want to show you how this one looks like. And whichever edition you get may be okay, but I'm basing on the 7th edition. So coming back to Blackboard here, I just want to show you what's in the Assignment 1 week folder. And so this is introduce yourself, make a contribution from your reading of the 2 chapters. And then here's the installation assignment. Here's the Hello World program. And here's the My program. I think this is correct. Pair 47690. UWDX49. So that's good. So it should be okay. And then I just need you to go navigate over to 4005 and submit it accordingly. So hope that is a good review. If you have any questions, as always, just feel free to email me. That's the best way to get a hold of me, and I'll try to be pretty prompt in responding to you. So in conclusion, just wrapping it up, welcome to the course. This should be pretty fun and easy class because this is, I think it's kind of fun and easy. But the concept that you'll be learning would be very important for you. So looking forward to working with you, and let's have a great summer. Bye-bye.